I'm at Twilio Signal 2019 in beautiful downtown San Francisco, and I'm with Tim Richter. He's the Senior Product Marketing Manager for Twilio Flex. So Tim, give us an overview and update on Flex.
Yeah, sure. So with Flex, we've been in the market for almost a year now. We GA'd in October of last year, and we've seen tremendous interest and a lot of excitement around the platform. When with the very early days of the beta program through to today, we've seen interest from companies of all sizes, everywhere from the small startup type organizations, which are digital natives, builders of software, to the large enterprise applications that have large premise-based contact center solutions and want to augment them. So a lot of interest in the development platform approach, which is, as we found, given developers more control to orchestrate and command the contact center relative to the previous tools that were available to them.
And really the benefit is the flexibility and the customization. So if I were to build a contact center, how would I do that?
So it all starts by starting an account on Twilio and opening with console, where you can build the channels that are relevant to your business and to your customers. Then complement that with a routing strategy using TaskRouter, which is a part and parcel of the developer tool set that we use to have not just skills-based routing, but route based on custom logic. Then from the agent experience, you would build your user interface, which is a React app, which would allow you to integrate with not just a single CRM, which is certainly possible, but any number of multiple applications that agents might need to speed their interaction handling. And then after the UI is built, of course, no contact center is complete without reporting. So we have a very robust design tool for building reports and dashboards for agents to see how they're doing and to have supervisors being able to keep their pulse on the business. So all of this can be created using our standard developer tools, the access to the full Twilio API tool set, visual workflow builders, including Studio, and React in building a user interface that has modifiable components so that you're giving your agents exactly what they need.
So it's partly drag and drop and partly programming.
That's correct. So the drag and drop portion is really in two areas of the tool. One is in Studio, where you would configure your IVR, for example. And the other drag and drop tool is our reporting in dashboard creation, where you can pick from hundreds of available metrics to create custom reports through a drag and drop interface. So those are two areas of the tool where it's a simple drag and drop functionality.
And is that real-time or historical reporting?
It's historical reporting. Very shortly we'll be having real-time data, but it's really best-in-class historical reporting that's come from our acquisition of Widica last year.
Okay, and what channels do you currently support?
So we support natively a voice and web chat, and really developers have access to the full channel APIs that the Twilio offers to program in. So inclusive of SMS certainly, web chat, and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger and WeChat and Line are in fact some channels that we've had some customers program in.
And what are you hearing from customers?
So the very common reaction that customers have to working with Flex is that they've been able to fit it within their business and not have to fundamentally retool their existing enterprise applications or processes to make it work. So it's a solution that they've been able to fit their business around. They haven't had to adjust to make it work. And a perfect example would be someone like a Scorpion, who has many different applications that they want their agents to have access to, including a knowledge base, including a CRM, actually a couple of different CRM instances. And you working with Flex allowed them to keep those in place and expose the relevant data fields to their agents so they can be more productive and reduce the average handle time on the order of 30%. Just by bringing in the Flex and building a React app user interface to expose those critical data fields for their agents.
Can you give me one more customer example?
Sure. Another example would be Homebell, which is a startup based in Germany, and what they had been struggling with was limitations for reporting and routing based on the integrations of their old tools. So they had a Salesforce instance and their legacy contact center integrated into that Salesforce instance, but they also had a proprietary supplier management system that they built in-house that manages all the supplier relationships. This is a consumer services company, and they come in and do cleanup for fire and water damage. And the challenge that they had was to have the calls come in and be routed not just by logic of Salesforce, but by logic in the supplier management system to recognize me as a customer, Tim Richter. Here are all my profile and details, and here are all the suppliers that I've been working with to affect the repairs of my home. And based on both of those data sets, I would be routed to a specific skilled agent, perhaps that has the relationships with those key suppliers. So bringing in Flex, they were able to integrate not just with Salesforce, but the supplier management system to inform the routing and to give agents more context to handle, shorten the handle time of their typical interactions.
Okay, and you've got a demo to show us.
I do. Yep, we have a demo called Owl Shoes, which is a simulation of an online retailer of shoes, and I can take you through a typical example of what working with Flex would look like.